All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio. This is Outdoors Dan. We are a little discombobulated today because of the storm, and yours truly is actually running the controls, and I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm doing. So Andrew is stranded out somewhere out where he lives. He actually tried to get in this morning, and he had a altercation. We have another producer coming in to help me out, so they should be here in 15 or 20 minutes, folks. So it's just us until we can get some people on here and to figure out what we're doing. So I was able just to turn the mic on, and I don't know if I want to mess with anything else. Listening on the well, we're not on the app yet, bud. So we're live on ESPN. I'll do that later. So I hope you're doing well today. It's January 15th. We've survived the storm so much, I think, and we'll see what's going on. But this is going to be a fun half hour, just you and I. But we'll get through it. That's the beauty of radio. It's all live, and we just get through it. Good morning, happy Fishing Dave. Good morning. Can you guys hear me on ESPN? If you're listening on 1350 ESPN and you're on Facebook Live, Jim, good morning. Steve, good morning. Dave, good morning. Good to see you on Facebook Live. If you guys are listening on ESPN as well, give me a thumbs up so I know that we are broadcasting. I think we're broadcasting okay. I see the meters working, so we should be okay. Now, see, on the other network, I know how to run the stuff. So yes, I can hear you on the radio. Thanks, Fishing Dave. You're always good about that. So we got a fun show for you today. We're going to be telling you. I got some really exciting news to tell you. Oh, Mr. Ralph DiMartino in New York, in the state of New York. Thanks, sweetheart. My wife just says I can hear you. So, Ralph, good morning in New York, buddy. Glad to see you. Ralph DiMartino. You need paving or anything done? Ralph's business is so big, he'll fly in to give you an estimate. That's the guy's got a what is that? What was that jet that would fly across supersonic? What was that called? I can't remember the name of it now. He's got one of them though. The Concorde. There you go. I knew it'd pop into my little brain this morning. So the DiMartino Concorde jet. So anyway, so bear with us the first half hour here, and the most important thing is we got on the air, right? And I'm glad my little buddy Andrew is okay. So that's really really poor Lee. Lee, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. No, oh man, bless her heart. That poor lady. So anyway, we got some really good news to share with you this morning. We've got a really good guest in the 8 o'clock hour. By 8 o'clock in the second hour of the show, we should be good. Kira should be here, so hopefully, as long as everybody's traveling safe. Good morning, Ed. How you doing, buddy? Ralph thought the Concorde jet was funny. I got all the little laughing icons there. Man, what a night, man. I tell you, I feel sorry. The poor deer, they were all over the place last night in town looking for something to keep warm. And we finally got some snow to come in. And I think we got, everybody was kind of bummed out because everybody thought the snow went east. And then it kind of wrapped around or started just developing and just kind of stayed still, right? So central Iowa got, I know we got 8 or 9 inches, maybe 10 at the house. So I was able to get the old Carl Chevrolet Trailblazer unshoveled and was able to make it into the studio okay. So, but be careful out there. It was slick. I had to put it in 4-wheel drive because there was a couple spots I was slipping and sliding. So just be careful out there if you're out driving around. So this is so weird. So I've got like 4 clocks in front of me. One says 3:01, which I know is totally not right. The clock on the computer says 7:05:16, and I'm hoping that's right because that correlates with my phone, so we should be good there. And folks, I can't message you back this morning because I'm trying to run the board. So if I don't get back to you till later, I'm not being rude. I'm up to my elbows in fish grease right now. So anyway. So really, had a great day yesterday. I mean, even with the storm coming in, just had a really good time. Hey, Michael, how you doing? I mean, we're big in New York today, man. We got the Kava man. Michael, good to see you this morning. You tell everybody, you tell Scott, Hendershot, and all them other fine folks up there that you run with that I said hi this morning, will you? I met Michael and them guys down at Kansas at Triple H Outfitters a couple years ago. We call them the New York crew. And actually got a couple New York crews. There's the DiMartino crew, which is Ralph and Johnny Lobster, and we got Steve. Good morning, Neil. And then we got the Scott Ott, the Hendershot crew. And you hear things about people from New York. I'm going to tell you something. I don't know about New York City, but those people that are living in and around upper state New York, sweet people, man. Gems in the rough, man. They might tell you to go pakika in the yard, but they're good people. I really like them. Good morning, Brian. Good to see you. I hope everyone's staying safe out there. That's the main thing. So, but anyway, had a great day yesterday. I got a call from a gentleman in Alberta, Canada, and I've been talking to this gentleman. His name's Ken. I guess for about 5-6 months now, and he follows the show. See, we're even in Alberta. And he loves the radio show. He says really likes how we're, just real down to earth Midwestern talking, and just a train of thought and philosophies and stuff like that. He says you're really. I love that Midwest ground that you have, as far as being your point of view, and you're always trying to be upbeat and funny. Let me hit kill there. Are we still on? I don't know what just happened. See, I told you I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't touch anything. I didn't hit anything. The only thing I did was I got rid of ESPN. That's all I did. So, anyway, I don't know why that did that. So anyway, Ken calls me and says, "Hey, you and I were talking about doing a moose hunt in Alberta last year," and I said, "Yeah." I said, "That's the one dream hunt." All right. I have no idea why ESPN keeps coming in there. That's weird. You're still on the radio. Thanks, Fishing Dave. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why these logs are these logs. Now we're in commercial break. Hang on, we're going to commercial. Oh, this is awesome. See what I have to put up with? Everybody thinks this is so easy. Andrew does. I give Andrew trouble all the time, but it's not as easy as it looks, is it?
Warehouse. They provide all lines.
Well, at least the commercials are playing. That's the good thing. Oh, this is not easy, Ralph. I have no clue what I don't think I did anything. I just think the automation is just I haven't ran boards in like 20 years. Now on the network I do, but this is the board I'm running right here. See? So this is going to be fun. But thank you.
Sportsman's Warehouse has all you need. Camping, boating,
I'll get to the news here in a second.
For the entire family. That's what you'll find at Sportsman's Warehouse. They're located off Highway 35 on Orlabor Road. Open 7 days a week to serve you. Ask about the seminar series happening every month. Your hometown outdoor store should be Sportsman's Warehouse in Ankeny.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and I like Chick-fil-A nuggets because they are made with love.
Well, there's nothing I can do. It's running.
For dinner, it's going to be your real home-cooked meal. You can't go wrong with it.
Hey y'all, I'm Maddie, and something I love about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is their gold color.
What's that song? Riding the Storm Out?
I'm about to enjoy something hot and delicious. It's just comfort food.
See, somebody else might just be really upset and falling apart, and I can't do that. It's like hunting. I'm used to things not working out. I'm used to that deer not coming in. See how hunting has prepared me for when things like this happen? Good morning, Jay. How you doing, buddy? So it says outdoors with Outdoors Dan start. So I'm hoping that after this commercial we're good.
Also has chili, taco, and fajita blends that are spicing up kitchens and grills everywhere. Look for High Mountain Seasonings at Sportsman's Warehouse, at your favorite grilling retailer, or just go to HighMTNJerky.com for recipes or to find the closest store near you. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to make your game or favorite grilling meats taste great.
All right, I think we're back. So I'm not touching anything. Welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. This is Outdoors Dan, and if you're just tuning in, Andrew is stranded. Kira, I believe, is on her way, and we have me running the boards, which I haven't ran radio boards in I bet you it's been 15 years, 17. Probably 17 years since I ran boards, so I forgot everything. I'm telling you. That's why I got Andrew. I don't have to mess with it. So we'll get through it. So anyway, I was talking to Ken, my buddy up in Alberta, and he goes, "Hey, we got to get you up here to get a moose." And I said, "Really? I thought you guys were you guys were all full up because of the pandemic." What has happened? You know, we've talked about this. I don't know how many times. The one blessing that's came out of this pandemic is the one thing that people could go and do and feel safe and secure was to go out hunting and fishing. So we got people that have not hunted in years getting back into hunting, or people hunting for the first time. Same thing for fishing. And what has that done? Well, it's boosted the economy in those areas. It's helped all the outdoor retailers. It's got people introduced to a way to get some stress off of their life and to relax and feel safe. But it's also where, it was easy to go book a hunt or, to draw a tag. Good morning, Smoking Joe. Breaking stuff again? Yeah, I got breaking stuff again. So, no, are you telling me I'm breaking things? He's probably telling me I'm breaking things. I didn't touch anything. It just went off by itself, Joe. So the downside of that is everybody's booked up on a lot of the outfitting, on a lot of the out of state or out of the states hunts. So when I talked to Ken and a couple other people last year, good morning, Matt. How you doing, buddy, out there in Pennsylvania? Man, we're big in Pennsylvania. We're almost as big as Poxitony Phil. It's just everybody was full because the last 2 years Canada closed down. You couldn't get across the border because of the pandemic. So everybody that booked a hunt, well, they stayed in queue. They didn't get a go, and so everybody paid their deposits and long story short, everybody was going to be a couple years behind. But since we've opened up a year now, things are starting to shake loose a little bit. And Ken goes, "How would you like to come up here and get your moose in Alberta?" And I said, "Well, are you sure?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I want to have you come up here and film a show." So I about flipped out of my skin, first of all, because that has been my dream bucket hunt for 30. I've been hunting 33 years. The moose has always been the number one target animal. My dream hunt of all the critters I've gotten to go hunt and do. The moose has always been the top of the list. So I said, "Well, Ken, I'd be honored if you'd let me come up there and film a show." He goes, "Well, we're going to get you up here." So this September, God willing, if everything's okay, I'll be in Alberta bow hunting a really nice Alberta Canadian moose. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to take forever for September to get here now because I've been looking forward to that all my life, and I cannot wait for that hunt. So it's going to be awesome, folks. So that's one big news. Now, On the Outdoor Call Radio Network, I want to thank all the people that it's messaged us, to send us the phrase that pays, all the kind comments and everything on Facebook and on Messenger. People in saying they're enjoying the programming, and I really, really, really thank you. Andrew and I both thank you for that. We did the Wednesday Drive show on the platform Wednesday at 5. That's our second show in, and it actually went really smooth. Everybody got to hear the commercials this week. So we've got that all fixed up on the network now, and I think we got, knock on wood, I'm knocking on my head, knock on wood, we got smooth sailing on the Outdoor Network. But here's something I was really very humbled and happy about. My buddy Fred Eichler called me yesterday. And if you've ever watched the Sportsman's channel or the Outdoor channel on TV, I'm sure you've seen everything Eichler. Fred's got like 2 or 3 different shows out. Fred is probably one of the most prominent bow hunters in the world. He's taken the North American Slam with a recurve, and there's very few people that can ever say that. He's just a down home fun loving goofball. I mean, he loves to have fun. He's just, what you see on TV is not an act. That's Fred. He just enjoys himself. Good morning, Jan Wilson down there in Kansas. I hope you're doing well, kiddo. I miss seeing you when you're out there. We don't see you with Connie anymore cooking. We miss you. I hope you're doing good. I was thinking about you when I was just down there late season. I hope you're doing good, kiddo. Good to see you. Thank you. Fred's just a prince of a guy. And anyway, the long story short, Fred's been doing a podcast called Everything Eichler now for a year or so, and I didn't know that. But starting next Friday, it's going to be it's been Food Plot Fridays on the Outdoor Call Radio Network, right? Well, starting next Friday, it's Food Plot and Fred Eichler Fridays. Fred Eichler is going to be joining the Outdoor Call Radio Network. So if you want to hear a great podcast, someone that enjoys life and having fun, I want you to tune in on Fridays to that show, and you're going to enjoy that. So I'm very, very honored. We're going to have Fred here on ESPN on the show here February 5th. So I'll thank him personally live on the air, but I wanted to let you know I was pretty pumped about that. I've already got everything uploaded in the network for next Friday. And, we're your one-stop shop for outdoor communication. We got pretty much anything and everything you'd want to hear. I've got a new camping show that's going to be starting here in a couple weeks, and that's from the folks at Camp Right. So anything you'd ever want to know about camping, primitive camping, stuff like that, that should be out by April at the very latest. So that'll be on Mondays. So we've got outdoor cooking, we've got fishing, we've got hunting, we've got technical archery talk on Mondays. We're going to have a gun talk show here pretty quick. We've got pretty much everything you'd ever, food plot coverage. You got Andrew and I on Saturdays, and then Sundays a remix, and then you got a chance to win some great stuff. We're going to be giving away a Grizzly cooler next Friday, so if you don't have the app, please go on iTunes Store, Google Play Store, or the Alexa Skill Store. The app is available on all 3 of those platforms, and it's absolutely free. Just look for the Outdoor Call Radio, and it'll pop up, and download it, and you can listen anytime you want, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we're very, very excited about Everything Eichler joining the network. So how about that, huh? I get to go moose hunting, and Fred Eichler jumped on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. What a week, huh? What a week. Plus I get to visit with you guys. 7:19 and some change here on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's safe, doing well. Be careful if you're out there shoveling. I was just sweeping off the truck and Jenny's Equinox and stuff today. That stuff's a little heavy. So if you're going to be out there, they call that, don't you? They're called the Widowmakers. If you're out there, if you just take your time, and I don't want to hear anybody having an issue while they're out there shoveling that snow. And I would tell you I could tell you I'd give you my son's number and let him come and do it, but he's probably still sleeping. Right, son? You sleeping? Yeah, he was supposed to come over yesterday. I never saw him. When they leave the nest, man, you just have no control anymore. It's like, and I remember when I was 21, I was in the service, and so I was gone. But when I came home, I stayed home very little. I mean, I was out. I wanted to see my friends. I was out running, and I understand. But boy, I just don't you miss them when they leave? It's just like I look over at him sometimes and I still see that little 10-year-old kid, and I miss that. Jenny says all the time, Dan, he's 21 years old. You got to let him go. That's like, I know, but I miss him. And then Riley, my daughter, she's just mean. I'm teasing. She's a teenager, so dad's the last thing really on the list with her, man. It's just like um, it's all the drama stuff. Teenage girls, man. What a day. All right, it is 7:21. I have no idea how to start the commercials. So I guess if I left click on this, I guess that would be a commercial break. I could do that. Let me left click on this and see if it works, and then maybe we'll be caught up. Let me try this. Hey, it worked. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. What a day, huh? Wow. I'm excited about the Everything Eichler thing. That's going to be awesome.
Check out our website for complete inventory at speedsgolfcars.com.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
Need t-shirts for your school, special events, fundraisers, or apparel for your business? Don't buy online, buy local from America's Best Apparel in West Des Moines.
I tell you, Bryce, I know how you feel, man. I'm the same. It's like I miss him. I miss both of them.
And call him at 515-223-4422. Fast turnaround time, great prices, and always satisfaction guaranteed. Start creating your t-shirts now by calling America's Best Screen Print and Embroidery. 515-223-4422. That's 515-223-4422.
Our dogs are part of the family, and we want to protect them at all times. Do you live in an area that you want to keep open and not have a traditional fence to protect your pet? No worries.
Does it sound okay?
Pet Stop of Des Moines. Chris Spoltra is the owner
Okay.
of the Pet Stop
Yeah.
franchise.
All right. Well, hopefully I'll be all right until Kira gets here. So, did you get your car out? All right. Well, be careful. Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you. What's the matter?
The Pet Stop system is underground.
Yeah. All right. I'll talk to you after a while.
Plus, with a friendly user app on your phone, you can customize the Pet Stop system to help your dogs.
Well, we got at least commercials.
At the same time. For more information on how to protect your buddy and keep your home.
Thanks, David. Appreciate that, buddy. I don't know how I'm firing on all cylinders. I don't know what I'm doing.
Outdoors Dan recommended and Raven approved.
At least we're on the air.
That big buck has eluded you for seasons. You see his scrape line, but just can't figure him out. Have you heard of Pure Whitetail? Pure Whitetail can help you see more deer and target that buck that haunts you. Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you see more deer. Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm. Scents like Bedded Up, Fixation, and Power Shot, to name a few. Scents are available in...
I love live radio, man. You just never know what's going to happen.
Try the White Lightning Estrus scent. It's a proven scent that bucks can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of hunters that are family. Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear, seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities, and family. Want to be more successful in the field?
Well, for everybody that wanted snow, we got it, huh?
If you love to hunt,
That's going to make it a little easier for everybody that's out there late season hunting in those 5 counties.
call it old paper mouth or a slab. Folks love to chase after the tasty crappie. And the folks at purecrappie.com are waiting to help you limit out your next fishing trip. Whether you dip,
Pure Crappie. That's a new commercial. That's the first time I've heard that one.
So before you head to your
Matt, we got about 9 to 10 inches, I think.
that's purecrappie.com. They will
It's a mess.
catch more fish.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. I think we're on the air. Yeah, we're on the air. I see the meters moving. It says rejoiner, but like it does the rejoiner doesn't pop back on. So I don't know if I'm supposed to hit that or see back on the app whenever we have that in there, it automatically fires off. Uh-oh. I have no idea what that. Now my phone's ringing. I think I've got poltergeist activity going on here. I do. We are supposed to get about 5 to 6 inches Sunday night to Monday in Pennsylvania. Well, Matt, you can have it, man. It's coming your way, buddy. It's coming your way. So, hey, real quick, I want to thank my buddy Dr. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi. This is how nice Dr. Yagi is. So I'm talking to Dr. Yagi the other night. Hey, Corny! How you doing, Corny Cornfeld? Corny Cornfeld, folks. Gray Cornfeld is a legend in St. Louis, Missouri. This guy, do you remember WKRP radio? You remember the top sales guy? Well, that's not Gray Cornfeld. Gray Cornfeld is like a millennium ahead of what was that guy's name? Herb. What was it? Herb Tarley? Well, Greg Cornfeld's no Herb Tarley. Greg Cornfeld is the nicest, kindest, sweetest sales guy you would ever meet in radio advertising whatsoever. He was there at the Big 550 KTRS for 30 years. Corny, I don't know if it was 30, but he was there when I actually started. And man, I miss Corny. Corny, I miss you, buddy. You're just awesome. So thanks, buddy. That means the world to me that you just said hi on Facebook. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I miss Greg Cornfeld, man. Him and Moser and Mr. Mark Dorsey and Tim Dorsey and Matt Dorsey, the Dorsey family. Just everybody there, man. Just super, super nice people. And Greg Cornfeld, if you got a Corny Cornfeld in your life, you're a lucky person. Because I'm telling you what, I know when he retired, a lot of folks at the Big 550 was sad. They were happy for him, but sad. But Corny, we love you, buddy. I wish you was here helping me run boards. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm talking to Scott. I'm talking to Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, and I told him that my little buddy was having an issue. And you know what he said? You tell him to call me, and I'll take care of him. Andrew is going to get to experience firsthand the Jedi dentist treatment. That's right. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi is going to be taking care of Andrew Brown. I don't know if legally I could say that. Is that a HIPAA thing? I don't. It's a Jedi thing. It's a Jedi dentist thing. We should be okay. But Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, Dr. Yagi, if you're listening, I appreciate you 100%. You do so much for a lot of people, and we are very, very happy that you're a partner here on the show. You're my dentist for a reason, but we love having you on the show, and thanks for taking care of my little buddy. I appreciate that. Oh, Dr. Yagi, man. Well, he's not old. I'm young. He's younger than I am. So, hey, and I forgot to tell you, the fine folks at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle is hoping to partner with the show, and I'm showing everybody we got Iowa Deer Classic tickets. As soon as Kira gets here, I got to have her to help me answer the phones and stuff. So if we do, we got Deer Classic tickets to give away today. But the fine folks at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle, that's where I keep my stuff. You should consider doing that if you need a place to store your treasure. It's only $60 a month. You get 1 month free if you pay for the year in full. It's not a small spot. It's 12 by 50, 12 feet by 50 feet. You can get a lot of stuff in that spot. They got secure gates, 24/7 access, security cameras. You get discounts for multiple spots. If you would like to make an appointment to fill out an application and choose your spot, give Tracy, Dick, or Danielle a call at 515-822-1362 and just tell them Outdoors Dan sent you. So there you go. I think I'm all caught up now. It's a good feeling, right? Oh, brother. So let's see. What was I going to tell you about? I told you about that. We told you that. 8 o'clock. We got Todd Bogenschutz from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources talking. We're going to talk a little upland stuff with Todd at 8 o'clock. Hopefully that works out still. And we got, do we have a mail? We're changing. I had a couple emails this week that kind of struck home to me. They said, Dan, we think that What's Your Beef segment's pretty fun. But he goes, with everybody complaining and in a bad mood, we listen to you. We really don't want to hear about people's complaints. And it's like, really? He goes, can you go back and just do the mailbag segment again? And, at least it wasn't people complaining. They were asking questions and, just saying hi and stuff like that. And I said, well, you know what? If that's what you want me to do, that's what we'll do. So we're going to retire What's Your Beef. Andrew's going to kill me because he spent all that work. Hey, Kira's here. All right. So Andrew spent all that time doing that, liners and stuff for that. But starting next week, it's going to be We Got Mail again. So, hey, in the world of darkness, if I can be a light, I'm going to do it. Isn't that a song? I think that's a song.
Should be.
It should be a song, Kira says. All right, well, listen, I'm going to try and take, Kira, come here and help me. All right, so if we want to, I just did a break, though. Let me talk for a minute. Are you all right? Yeah, everybody say hi to Kira. Kira's here. All right. We're in good hands now, man. It's like an Allstate commercial. We're in good hands now. That's Allstate, right? I think that's Allstate. Let's see. I told you about the phrase that pays. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Thanks for joining us this fine Saturday morning on 1350 ESPN. We've got a new live show on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. It's every Wednesday at 5. We're doing the phrase that pays. That's going to play at least 2 or 3 times a day. If you listen to the phrase that pays on the Outdoor Call Radio app, you will get instructions from Andrew to email me the phrase that pays with your contact info. And you just basically go to the website. It's the outdoorcallradio.com. That's the website. And I've got my mail button right there. You just smash it. My email comes up, and you email me, and then you're in the swag bag. I mean, you might win some nice stuff. We've already given away a Tacticam camera and a $25 gift certificate to Sportsman's Warehouse. Next Friday, I'm upping the stakes a little bit. We're going to be giving away a brand new Grizzly cooler. Ooh, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah, I'm telling you, it's awesome. So, I keep looking at that 329. I know, and then it's like, I know I haven't been talking for that long. It's 7:33. All right, I'm gonna hit this commercial break, and we're gonna take a short break. Hey, Wade, good morning over there in Illinois, buddy. Good to see you. And I'm going to hand the controls back to Kira, and I'm going to get back over in my normal spot where I feel safe, and then we should be back to regular broadcasting when we come back. So bear with us. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Oh my gosh. That is ridiculous. Thanks, hon. How it took me all the way down to Ingersoll to your place, I do not understand. And forgive me, I've called you that's twice now. I don't mean to call you, hon. It's a Midwest thing. I know, but I shouldn't. I'm trying to break myself of that.
Oh, you're all right. I know you mean well.
Well, yeah, it's not a demeaning thing. Here's your headphones. Are these yours? They were in there, so. Hey guys. Is this headphones on over there? There we go.
WorkSharpTools.com.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
Hey everybody, Outdoors Dan here. Let me ask you a quick question. Are you a hunter? If you are, there's a group that
everything's
I would like
not
to
right
introduce you to.
The
And that's
rejoiners are not
Honeyports for
right.
Iowa.
Why it started 10 minutes early at 6:50?
Not only what hunting is, but what it does for the state of
Would you
Iowa.
please hand me that
Did you
phone?
know hunting in Iowa
And
annually
that
brings in
folder?
huge economic resources to our
Thank
state?
you.
Hunters buy tags and permits every year so they can hunt here. That impacts
Lee's hubby
restaurants,
came and got you?
stores, gas stations, convenience stores, Is he here?
Guides all over the state of Iowa. That leads to hundreds of millions
well, I can drop
of
you
dollars
home.
in state taxes and retail sales that help keep Iowa moving forward.
Okay. You sure?
Anti-hunting groups are working hard every year to limit your ability to hunt here. So Hunting Works for Iowa is partnering with not only hunters, but businesses all across the state to protect your rights.
Yeah, it took me to 4041st Street, but it was off of Ingersoll by a high-rise. That's where Google Maps took me.
We all want the deadliest broadheads out there. Have you tried a slick trick? Slick tricks are one of the most accurate and deadliest broadheads on
I'll come in this week and give you a check. I don't have
the Raptor trick, the
huh?
Viper trick, the Magnum, the
well,
Wicked
no, I
trick,
don't.
the Grizz
Well, they're
trick
not going to pay you for coming in, are they?
Slick trick. They all offer bone-crushing penetration with superior cutting diameters.
I'll make sure you get at least $20.
Alcatraz blade lock system to prevent broadhead failures at the moment of
I didn't have time to go to the ATM.
your game. If you're a mechanical fan, the Raptor trick is going to be your favorite with its 4-edge bone.
That's the second time Andrew's gotten
cutting
in the ditch.
diameter and deadly accurate flight. Bow hunters need gear that they can depend on 100% of the time. You wait all season for that shot. Do not trust it to a head that will not deliver a short recovery. For more information, go online at slicktrick.net. This year, trick 'em with Slick Trick broadheads and tag your game.
Hey guys, Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their
Hey, we're back. It feels like I'm normal again. I'm on my spot.
To their attractants like Game Changer.
Tell everybody hi on Facebook Live.
The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm supply store and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful.
Yep. All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. I hope everyone's having a great Saturday. I'm having a good Saturday now because Kira's in. Hi, Kira. Tell everybody hi.
Hi.
Yep, she made it in. Good morning, Brian. So that was not the best 20 minutes of my. What is it? What time is it? It was. What was I? I was running the boards for what? 33 minutes. Not fun. No.
Now you know what it's like.
Yeah.
Now you know what it's like.
I can't give Andrew such a hard time anymore. You know? So, well, you know, the flipping the nuclear switch and hitting the mic pot was okay. But the automation stuff was driving me crazy because stuff was firing on its own. I wasn't even doing nothing. You know? It's crazy. I'm telling you. I'm going to have some Rolaids after the show, man. I got heartburn now. It's crazy. But if that's the worst thing that happens to me today, I'll be happy. So anyway, we got a chance to tell you, admit it, you need Andrew. I do need Andrew. Andrew's my little buddy. So we got everything Eichler starting on the network next week. We're going moose hunting in Alberta, Canada in September. Man, if I get a moose, you know what that means? That means, one, I'm going to have to buy another freezer, which is always a good thing. You can't ever have enough freezers, right? So the second thing is I'm going to have moose burgers for like 2 years. That means we're going to have...
Raven's going to have moose burgers for 2 years.
Yeah, boy, you listen to the show way too much. You know that? Yeah, I mean, my elk burger is almost gone. But if I get a moose, you know, that's 1,000 pounds of meat. And I'm driving to Alberta. I'm not flying because I'm bringing every little scrap of moose meat I can back with me. And it's going to be moose burgers forever. I'm so happy. If you've never had moose... It is my favorite deer of the deer family. That I would take that over a New York strip or a filet mignon any day. I'm telling you, moose is where it's at, man. So the moose is on the loose. If I get a moose burgers, it's what's for. I wish I could talk like Sam Elliott. Moose burger, it's what's for dinner. Yeah, moose, it's what's for dinner. Yeah, I wish I could do Sam better than that. So. Now I'm dropping stuff. I'm telling you. I got Iowa Deer Classics flying everywhere. It's amazing. Hey, let me do the Sportsman's Warehouse fishing reports because I know you all want to know how the ice fishing's doing. Arrowhead Lake is reporting 8 inches. Neil Sanders, don't count your moose burgers before they're in the freezer. No, Neil, I'm not. I'm excited because I want moose so bad. Can you imagine? First of all, having if I get a nice bull moose, that's going to be the best mount. I mean, I love my elk, but that moose mount is going to be awesome. I can put Santa hats on it. I could put Christmas lights on it at Christmas. I mean, the decoration, the decor options alone is worth it right there. For Halloween, I could go get a mannequin leg and stick it out the moose's mouth. Remember the Addams family? Was it? That was a fish. They had a marlin, the Addams family. They had a big marlin with a leg sticking out. I'll do that with the moose. Like the moose is, I asked you about the on the what? The mailbag? The what? I don't know what you're talking about, Neil. You're going to have to spell it out slowly for me. Slowly. There you go. But anyway, if I get the moose, it's going to be awesome. Because that big old moose mount and then moose burgers forever. I'm telling you. I'm not counting on it. I'm just very, very Oh, you asked about the moose hunt on the mailbag. Gotcha, Neil. Thank you, buddy. Gotcha. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So anyway, let's do the fishing reports real quick. I think I went on like 5 tangents there. I apologize. I'm like I told you, I'm all discombobulated this morning. Arrowhead Lake is reporting 8 inches of thickness. Remember that in My Cousin Vinny? How many levels of thickness do you have there, dear? Remember the lady on the stand with the glasses? Don't you think you need a little more thickness? Black Hawk Lake is up to 8 inches near the ice house. Black crappie are fair, gills are fair, yellow perch are fair. Brushy Creek, ice conditions are variable. Use caution and check the ice thickness often as you're venturing out. Black crappie, bluegills, and bale of perch are all fair. Good morning, Roger. Man, all you New York guys. Is there nothing going on in New York? I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in this morning. I appreciate you. Isn't it nice when you got people in New York State listening to you?
I mean, they've got more snow than we do, probably.
Well, Roger, how much snowpack do you have in Upper New York right now? Just curious. I bet you we have more than they do. I bet you.
Cold.
It's always cold up there.
So.
Yeah, but I don't want to get political.
Nothing else to do.
No. Gary Peck, good morning. Winnie is doing great. Yeah, now Gary's in Deer River, Minnesota. Now that's cold. The other day, Gary told me he was fishing. He got up. It was minus 37 degrees. Minus 37 degrees.
No thanks.
Yeah, I'm not making that up. Gary was minus 37. That's nuts. That's just nuts. And he went fishing, ice fishing. Brushy Creek, ice conditions are variable. Use caution and check the ice thickness often if venturing out. Good morning, Brant. How you doing, buddy? Bluegills are fair, yellow perch are fair. Storm Lake, including Little Storm Lake, ice is around 10 to 12 inches in some areas. Conditions remain variable. The walleye bite is fair, the yellow perch are fair. Clear Lake, ice thickness is 0 to 14 inches. Clear Lake has a protected slot on walleye. All walleye between 17 and 22 inches must immediately be released unharmed. No more than one walleye longer than 22 inches may be taken per day. Roger says dusting getting it Sunday. So Upper New York has just has a dusting. Wow. It says it's cold. It's going to be cold, 15 degrees. Well, that's about what it is now. It's about 17 degrees here in Iowa. So, let's see. 10 to 12 inches of snow. There you go, Roger. Now we'll send it your way, buddy. We'll send it your way. Crystal Lake, ice thickness is 0 to 12 inches. Be cautious. Few open water areas outside the aeration boundary. Lake Cornelia is reporting 10 to 12 inches. Yellow bass are fair. Use small jigs tipped with a waxworm for the best bite. Lower Pine Lake, ice thickness is 8.5 to 11 inches. Geese are keeping a hole open between the beach and the island, so be careful out there. Rice Lake, the ice thickness is 0 to 14 inches there. Gills are fair. Try a small jig tip with waxworms during vegetation. Walleye bite is slow. Yellow perch is slow. Silver Lake, ice thickness is 0 to 12 inches, so be careful there. It's got to be more than 0 right now. Upper Pine Lake, ice thickness is 8 to 10 inches. The bluegills are fair. Center Lake, use caution. East Okoboji Lake, ice is fully iced with about 14 inches of ice, allowing for safe ATV traffic in most areas. Crappie bite is good. Bluegill bite is good. Try jigging with tube jigs or a tungsten jig and live bait. Lost Island Lake, yellow perch bite is fair there. Ingram Lake, most areas have about 12 inches of ice there. Minnewassata Lake, Minnewassata. Say that.
Minnewassata?
Is it Minnewassata or Minnewassata?
I don't know.
You're from St. Louis too.
Well, yeah.
Well,
but...
come on. Did you know St. Louis is actually a Native American? Did you know that?
I feel like I'm being pranked.
I would not do that to you. I'm just telling you.
I feel like I'm being punked.
No.
And I'm turning my mic off.
No, there was a French or a connection from France with St. Louis.
Yeah.
Okay. But there was also an Indian chief named St. Louis. So there is a Native American connection to St. Louis, Missouri about that.
Oh, cool.
I learned that about 12 years ago.
Sweet.
Yeah, see? Just trying to help you out there.
Thanks.
Minnewassata Lake. The panfish and crappie bite has been fairly good with the recent onset of ice. The bite is good enough to have live bait. It's not needed, though, to be successful. Get you some of that Bojangle, those soft minnows, soft plastics. Those will work really good right now. ATVs are allowed. Ice thickness is about 14 inches. Crappie bite is fair. Gills are good. And the pumpkin seeds are fair. Scharnberg Pond, trout were stocked unannounced this fall, so there's a bunch of trout in there. Silver Lake, walleye are fair. Ice thickness is about 14 inches. Spirit Lake is fully iced. Crappie bite is fair. Most of them being caught along with perch using tube jigs and wigglers or pikes. Gills are fair, and the yellow perch are fair. West Okoboji is fully iced. Black crappie bite is good. Gills are good. Try tubing jigs. Don't forget about the walleye. Must be between 19 and 25 inches and be immediately released on Big Spirit, East and West Okoboji, Upper Gar Lake, Minnewassata Lake, Lower Gar Lake, and Storm Lake. 3 mile and no more than one walleye longer than 25 inches can be taken per day. 3 mile, the ice thickness is about 9 inches off the main boat ramp, 9 inches on the north boat ramp. Walleye bite is slow. Yellow perch are slow. 12 mile. Black crappie bite is slow. Crappie up to 11 inches with minnows fish along rock piles, deep cedar tree brush piles, and along the roadbed. And there's your fishing report for the day. How about that? Huh? How about that? All right, let me hit a real quick break. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
I just said that.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable.
Wyckoff.
Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling
Ding, ding,
at
ding, I win.
287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
Whether it's camping, hunting, or fishing, you want your camping setup to be easy and your stay
Hey, Kurt,
as
will you do me a
comfortable as
favor
possible.
later today?
Camp
Would
Ride
you
has been
email
helping
me
folks
that
enjoy
pure
the
crappie
outdoors as
commercial?
problem-free as possible since 1999. Camp Ride employees are outdoor enthusiasts that use and design each product to make sure your adventures are ones you'll want to remember. They carry great tents like the original tent cot that started it all. This fully enclosed, off-the-ground sleep shelter combines the comfort of a standard sleeping cot with the added protection of a tent. Camprite features several models of tent cot units, including single and double units. They also specialize in sleeping bags, camping tables, cooking prep units, chairs, and other fine quality outdoor products. With over 17 years of field testing great outdoor gear products, Camprite is the right choice to make adventures not only comfortable, but also carefree. Check out all these Camprite products at your local Sportsman's Warehouse or anytime
I knew
on the
something
web
was
at
wrong when that phone
camprite.com.
rang at 5
That's
this morning.
camprite with a K.com.
So it's time to refill the tank. Where are you going for a great meal that won't break the bank?
Central
Well, why
Standard.
not fill up at Central Standard Restaurant in Waukee? There's
How do
more
I
than
know
great
that?
burgers and handmade ice cream shakes waiting for you at Central Standard Restaurant. They specialize in great food like
Lee
buttermilk fried
was Lee
chicken,
upset?
smoked pulled pork, grilled salmon, or an Iowa pork tenderloin, to name just a few.
She is
Central
so
Standard
nice.
Restaurant features a large menu that will be sure to please even the pickiest ones in your crew. The daily mac and cheese specials will bring a smile to any kid from 5 to 50.
Oh, well,
The
thank
shakes
you.
are just like Mom and Dad
You have
had
to
back
do
in
it
their
like
day.
right now.
Cold, tall, and amazing. Central Standard Restaurant features shakes like birthday cake, cookie dough, strawberry cheesecake. Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla are always available as well. From large screen TVs and plenty of local and domestic brews, you'll be relaxed and enjoying your time at the Central Standard so much.
Oh, I'm telling you,
You'll become
Roger,
one of your
man, the
go-to
deer were
places.
browsing all night
Carryout
here.
is always
I mean,
available at Central
they
Standard.
got to eat
Central
to keep
Standard
warm.
Restaurant is
I feel
located at
bad for them.
1222 Southeast University in Waukee, Iowa. Just a short drive from anywhere. Central Standard Restaurant, the perfect place to fill your tank when you're hungry.
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1
Are you up for
FM,
taking a call?
1350 ESPN, Des Moines Sports Leader,
Okay.
a Des Moines radio
Can you
group
get?
station.
I'm gonna give away some Iowa Deer Classic tickets. So, okay. Welcome to the sweet, soothing sounds of 1350 ESPN. It's waking up in the outdoors with the Outdoor Call Radio. This is Outdoors Dan, and hoping to bring peace and calmness to you on this fine, snowy morning across central Iowa. I had to go. I mean, she was playing something really kind of mellow there. I mean, kind of had to go with an easy listening tone, you know. God forbid we don't play like Hank or something, you know. I'm teasing. Bless her heart. She's still sleeping. She got woke up in the middle of the night, and can you come in and do the show? Andrew is stranded. She's not supposed to be here. She's supposed to be in her little bed with her jammies on and sleeping, and I'm not going to give her any trouble. I feel bad for her.
Anymore.
I didn't give you any trouble. I didn't. I was praising. I was saying how nice you are. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give away a pair of Iowa Deer Classic tickets. If you have not won anything in the last 30 days, you can call, and I will see if we can give these away to you. Kira will make sure you're standing by. 244-1350, 244-1350, and these are like gold. Radio gold. And I will tell you this. I will be giving these away on the radio show on Wednesday, too, on the app. So you better listen on Wednesdays at 5, because I've got a stack of Deer Classic tickets. So, didn't realize that. Thank you. Well, Jeff, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. I'm always here for you. That's me. I'm here for you, man. I've got your 6. Yeah, we're good. Hey, speaking of that, I went out to Camp Dodge this week. I was trying to talk to the USO, and I'm trying to get as many people in the service to know about the Outdoor Call Radio app, because I remember when I was in the service and I was deployed a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Yes, ma'am.
I think we've got someone on the line for some tickets.
What's her name?
I'll check in.
Yeah, need to know their name and where they're calling from. Yeah, I told you, she's tired. She's still sleeping. God bless her.
All right, where are you calling from?
Yeah.
Carbondale, what's your name?
I'm listening. I'm just trying to listen. See what I'm hearing.
Well,
I know when I was deployed back in my day. Well, I got to put them on the air. Yeah.
You want to come on air?
No, I got to ask them a question. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not going to give them. These things are gold.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. People have to work for these. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'll finish my story about service here in a second. Who are we talking to?
Hey, Dan, it's Dave Weiner. How are you?
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Good.
All right. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you text me on Facebook this week?
Well, you called me.
I did?
Yep,
Oh, I called you. You're the catfishing Dave.
I am. Yes.
Oh, I know. Okay. There's too many Daves that are on my friends list on Facebook, man. So I gotta figure out who you are first. So
Sure.
if you would have said you're Catfish Dave, I would have known it right off the bat.
Well, there's already a Catfish Dave, so I got to come up with something a little bit different.
Is there a Catfish Dave? Where?
I think he's on the East Coast.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's wrong. You're Catfish Dave. We gotta work. We're gonna have to work on that, man. Hey, do you want to go to the Deer Classic?
I go every year.
Okay. What subspecies of catfish? So you should nail this. This is so easy for you. What subspecies of catfish is the biggest in North America?
The blue catfish.
Ding, 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 ding. All right, you got a pair of tickets.
Thank you, sir.
They'll be here at the station for you.
Okay.
All right, thanks, buddy. We'll call. Did you get his number, ma'am?
I'll get all that from him.
Okay, Kira's gonna get your info, so don't hang up.
Okay.
All right, thanks, bud.
Thank you.
So when I was in the military back in the day, we had cassette tapes, right? Not the big 8-tracks. I'm not that old. It was the little cassettes. Okay. So they would send me stuff of the radio stations that we had in town. So when I got homesick, I could throw them in my Walkman. Yes, I had a Walkman. I did. A cassette player Walkman. I really did. I could throw that in there, and at night I could listen to the radio shows back home, and it really helped me, especially like if I was really missing home. So I called the USO and I said, listen, I know how it feels to be overseas and deployed, and I've got this new network that it can be heard in over 170 countries, and it's totally free, doesn't cost a dime. Would you help me get the word out to our service members that if they want to listen to hunting and fishing or outdoor cooking content, I'm sorry, I'm being loud. We can get you hooked up on the app, and so I'm waiting to hear back, but I'm hoping that we can do as much as we can for our service people. So anyway, all right, we got about 25 seconds and we got a break, and then we'll be back at regular time, and then we're going to have Todd Bogenschutz from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources.
Sorry, we have to go to a break. I'll put you on hold and we can
All right,
talk during
you hang on. Okay, we'll be right back. She's gonna fire the commercials. We'll be back on 1350 ESPN.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure. Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Imperial RV has been serving Iowa camping enthusiasts for 50 years. They carry pull-behind or fifth-wheel RVs from Sprinter, Hideout, Passport, and Alpine. They now carry SMC horse trailers that have built-in living quarters for rodeo and horse lovers. Imperial RV also features a full-service center ready for any repair that your RV might have. Imperial RV can finance on-site to help you with all your financing needs. They also have a full-service parts department for anything you might need to keep your camper going. They're open Monday through Saturday, located at 1727 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. Please call them at 515-964-1424 or check them out online at ImperialRVCenter.com. That's ImperialRVCenter.com. Imperial RV Center in Ankeny, making memories to last a lifetime.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most if you were to pass away. Plus, life insurance is often more affordable than you think. Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Darren Islander, agent at 515-964-7575 today.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You were hunting and a deer tick just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your flesh. You can't feel the bite and you may or may not find the tick. In the coming weeks, you may or may not notice
25 below, Gary. You're crazy, man. That's warm. That's not warm.
May or may not test you for Lyme
It's 25 degrees in Deer River, 25 below in Deer River, Minnesota right now.
You may or may not get the medication needed. If untreated or not treated on time, you could have a lifetime of complications. Don't take that chance. Get Eliminate clothing from Game Hide. Eliminate features Insect Shield, a repellent that is fused to the fabric.
Well, that's why I gave a
fibers.
pair away first hour, and we'll just do another
Eliminate
pair next
clothing
time.
will retain its effectiveness for the life of the garment and needs no special care. The treatment is odorless and
Gary, you're an animal.
Wearing Eliminate can help protect you from
that's
ticks,
cold,
chiggers,
man.
and other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line of quality Game Hide
25
hunting
below.
clothing. To learn
Ugh.
more, visit GameHide.com.
I'm griping about plowing snow in
As we head into the
17.
field this hunting season, you need to remember to work up your pet's activity level slowly. Don't take them out on opening day and expect them to perform without having any previous exercise. Remember,
If I ever move up there, I'm gonna have to get me one of them environmental suits.
antibiotic ointment, and
I'll be
items that
freezing.
could be used as a splint if needed, plus a muzzle. Even friendly dogs will bite if they're in pain. Please make sure your pet is
I
correct.
don't know,
with all
Gary.
vaccines
You
before
think
head
Deer
out.
River
Your
could
pet should
handle
also have a
having
good
me up
physical
there?
exam to make sure he/she is
You know, I
healthy
could
enough
open
to
a
go
little
hunting. Always provide
open up
your
a
pet
little
with
archery shop,
protection-friendly
or
elements, and this includes a high-quality pet
have a
carrier
little
for the
kiosk
trip,
or
a
something
blaze
out
orange
there.
hunting vest, which makes your pet more visible and provides protection from the bush as he or she runs through. Be careful and have fun. Remember, this is what most of our dogs were born to do. This message has been brought to you by Dr. Steve from Westfield Veterinary
Feel bad
Hospital.
for Andrew.
For questions about keeping your pet healthy, contact Dr. Steve by phone at 515-9865-PET. Westfield Veterinary Hospital, for the life of your pet. Hello, this is Dave from JLM Shooter
Hi,
Supply
Dave.
in Urbandale. We
Say
are a
hi,
full-service
Dave.
gun shop that specializes in helping you find the right firearm for your needs.
I was just there at JLM this week. Hey, we're giving a shotgun away from JLM this year.
As well as folks who
A
like to hunt.
Remington
We have
870.
recently expanded our store to better serve your needs. We still accept trades
Malcolm,
on
I'm
all
just
types
sitting
of
here
guns.
broadcasting
We'll also look
about
at
the
any
great
firearm you might wish
outdoors.
to sell
I'm
or
just
put on
living
consignment.
life, man.
JLM
That's what's
Shooter
going
Supply
on.
carries firearms
We got a blizzard here in Des Moines that just ended up, so we got dumped on overnight. It's a mess.
JLM also has
Slip
a full-line
sliding
gun
away,
service
buddy.
on board that can help with all your gun repair needs. So
Hey,
from
when you
ammo,
do music
protection,
and stuff, try
to
not
gun
to play
cleaning
anything
kits,
that's
holsters, and sights,
got a
we
royalty
handle it
to
all at JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. Please stop by and see us at
Was that on
6931
Heartless you
Douglas
played?
Avenue in Urbandale.
No,
Or
I got a
call
license
us
for
at
that.
515-331-1577. That's 515-331-1577.
All right, welcome back to hour number 2 of the Outdoor Call Radio. Hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Elite Archery. Have you taken the shootability challenge yet? If you haven't, what are you waiting for, man? Try that new basin, that new terrain, that new Envision. I cannot wait. I've got 2 on order right now. I cannot wait till my bows get here. You know, deer season's over. I'm getting everything rigged up for turkey and to go after that moose in Alberta this year. And actually, in that spirit or in that frame, I also just switched over to I got some new arrow shafts. They're called Typhoons. Typhoons? Yeah, Typhoons. It's from Element Archery, Element Arrows Archery. I'm going to tell you more about that later, but I just made the switch over to them, and I can't wait to get to fletching and cutting and get my Envisions and start tuning and start flinging some arrows and getting ready for turkey season, because I'm telling you, I've got some pent up frustration from deer season, and them poor turkeys are not going to have a chance. It's going to be on. Me and the turkeys going at it, beak to head. Well, I've got a pretty big nose now since that cancer surgery. So I guess I could say it's going to be beak to beak. Yeah, it's not going to be. It's going to be ugly, people. I'm telling you, it's on. Starting in April. I can't wait to get my Elite Envision, and you need to get out there. They've got enhanced 2.0 set technology. Good morning, Orlando. How are you doing, buddy? They've got enhanced 2.0 set technology. They've got a longer riser now. It's 31 length axle, and there's some more things I want to tell you about that Elite did different this year. But ATA just wrapped up. There's a bunch of information that's out there. Go check them out, elitearchery.com. I promise you will be glad you did. Speaking of glad and happy, we're going to go talk to a guy that's very happy, and I'm glad that he is with the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Did you see what I did there, Kara? Did you see that? What a transition that was. That was smooth. That was like Revelton bourbon, man. Just smooth. Yeah, let's go see what our buddy Todd Bogenschutz is doing over there at the Iowa DNR. Todd, good morning.
Good morning, Dan. How are you this morning?
You know, anytime I have to dig the old truck out to get to work, it's a good day, Todd.
Yeah. I'm not agreeing with you. Sorry.
I tell you what, my lab, Raven, this morning, he's 2, or he's 2 now. Yeah, he's 2. He just turned 2 at Christmas. Even he didn't want to go outside today. I mean, he's 100 pounds, and he kind of like halfway disappeared in the snow this morning. He wasn't happy.
Yeah, it's been a good winter up until now, but it seems like old Mother Nature always gets even.
Well, we need the moisture, though, really. I mean, we need the moisture bad. And I was up several times last night kind of keeping an eye on stuff, and boy, the deer behind my house, we live by the city. We live in the city of Des Moines, but we've got woods right behind our house. The deer were all over my backyard. They were trying to find anything browse they could to stay warm and get some energy going in them. They're going to have a hard couple of days here.
Yeah, temperatures are going to drop. It's gonna challenge all our critters out there. So hopefully, if you've got an area for wildlife, hopefully we've done some management, give them some good habitat.
Yeah, habitat's key. Good morning, Parker Miller. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. You know, Todd, what's this going to do to our game birds, our pheasants and our quail, man, and our turkeys?
Well, I mean, it's just the one first storm, so, I mean, it shouldn't have huge impacts, direct impacts on them, but, it's been an awesome winter up until this point. They should have been putting on fat, should have been getting ready for next spring. Now they got a little bit of test, so we'll see. We're below normal for snowfall. We might be on average now after this, but we just got to see what the next month and a half or two.
Well, the good thing is we didn't get a lot of ice before, so they should be able to scratch and still get down to some food in the grain fields and stuff, right?
Yeah, and the wind should clear out some of the hilltops and stuff, and so that's really important. We didn't seem to get a lot of ice with it, so that's good.
Well, isn't that normally when we get most of our winter mortality is when they got ice and they can't get down to the food?
I mean, that's one of the things that certainly, increases our mortality without a doubt. When you have snow that gets wet, and then we get the sub-zero weather and it freezes solid, or we get an ice layer on top of it, freezing rain, both of those really impact things like our upland birds, especially quail that aren't that big, that can't scratch that much. And, turkeys are a little bit more robust, but, you get enough that a human can walk on it, even deer, starts working at their legs. And so, yeah, that's pretty tough. So it's good to see this stuff fluffy, and, hopefully it blows around a little bit, clears some fields off, and, they still got access to food. I mean, usually our longer winters, more of a challenge for most of the wildlife, and so this winter has been pretty open, so it's been really good to this point. So as long as we don't get 4 more storms in a row like this one, we should come through okay. But just got to see what she's going to do on this.
Yeah, I just talked to my buddy up at Deer River, Minnesota. He said it's 25 below this morning. It's amazing to me how turkeys have thrived in northern Minnesota. How do they keep thriving with temperatures like that?
It's all about food and having a good habitat there. There's I think you've got man-made agriculture up there now, and so that gives them food stores. You have livestock and spreading the manure in the wintertime. Historically, pre-settlement, that stuff wasn't there, and that's probably why we didn't have turkeys up there. But you make those food sources there so they can keep them engines running. I mean, it works. The stuff I've seen on a lot of our birds, like pheasants and turkey, is that just outright temperature. I mean, these feathers are such good insulators that they can take that pretty well. It's when you combine that with wind, just like you and I, that it becomes more challenging. But that's where good habitat and good really makes a big difference.
Yeah. Hey, can you turn your phone up just a hair, Todd? You want to sell?
Sure. Does that work?
That's way better. Thank you so much. Hey, I was doing some research on quail this week, and I did not know this, and I thought anytime I can learn something, it's pretty cool. Listen, you're a biologist, so I want you to correct me if this is not correct or if I didn't understand it properly. But when quail are when they're in their cubby, to stay warm, they actually form a ring, like a tight circle or ball, a ring, and that's why they say you should never try to take all the as much as the cubby out when you're out there hunting. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, they form a circle, they put all their butts in, have all their heads facing out, and typical cubby size hangs in right there around 10 to 14 seems to be. You know, they're small birds, they don't have a lot of body mass. We are on the northern fringe of the range here, and so they just can't, get these cold events like this, they can't maintain their body temperature without carrying some heat with some other birds. So, yeah, that's definitely what they do say. And, I looked at the temperatures here, 9 degrees this morning, and the research has shown on days like this, the cubbies won't even break out of the cubbies.
Are you moving around the house?
No.
Okay, what did you do like 5 seconds ago when I said turn your phone up?
No, let me go over to the other side of the house.
Because your phone just got dramatically worse. It was awesome there for a second.
Yeah, does it work now?
That's way better. You stay right there.
Okay, I'll lean against my cold door.
I'm sorry. Hey, I'm old fashioned. I started a campaign. We need to bring back landlines, man. Because I'm telling you, cell phones are the worst for trying to get radio interviews out of.
Yeah, well, it seems like on these cold days and stuff, nothing works.
No,
vehicles or anything.
No, it's just horrible. But that's better. So thank you. So yeah, I thought that was really cool that they get in those tight little balls or rings, just to stay warm and stuff. So what is an average cubby size, Todd?
Average, they tend to hover right there around 10 to 12. And so, yeah, you mentioned, it's good not to shoot a cubby down. And so a bird or two out of cubby is generally what you want to do as a hunter so that they, can kind of keep that group up around that. Kind of 10 seems to be the magic number for them. Now, if a cubby, happens to get down to 8 or 6, generally what happens is they'll find another cubby on landscape and then just combine with them. So,
okay.
Yep, that's kind of rule of thumb with hunters has always been, get a 15 bird cubby up, okay, shoot 2-3 birds out of it, and, they should be good to go and, move on to the next one.
And how, I mean, I hate that. I know, do they just nest once a year?
No, quail can actually produce 2 nests a year. They're a little bit different than pheasants.
Okay. So they can rebound a little bit quicker than pheasants and stuff.
Yep, definitely. That's one of the things we have to consider, when we think about managing them is that, yeah, they have a lot stronger reproductive potential than, say, pheasants or turkeys. Matter of fact, with quail, up to 25% of the males will sit on a nest, which is something you don't see with turkeys or pheasants either.
Why do quail nest twice a year, but pheasants and turkey only nest once a year? Do they have a bigger clutch?
The clutch size is pretty similar, can be a little bit bigger. Pheasants usually about 10 to 12 eggs. Quail are, probably in that 12-ish range, the upper end there, 12 to 14 possibly. So, they're just a smaller critter. They're just kind of more selected, natural selection in that way. If you're going to be a little critter and have a lot of mortality, you better make up for that by making a lot of little ones.
I gotcha. I gotcha. So what do you, I know like my buddy Brant that listens to the show. He's a prolific upland hunter, and we've got several people that follow the show that they live the upland hunt. What's the season been like? From everything I've seen, it should have been really good.
Yeah, the state was kind of night and day different. We had really bad snow and ice, like you were mentioning last year, across southern Iowa and southeast Iowa in particular. And so we went from a bird a mile down by Burlington to a bird every 3 miles. So, I think hunters down there, shot some birds, but it was challenging. But if you went up to Clear Lake and Spirit Lake, they had the best counts they've seen in about 10, 15 years. And so, I had really good reports, especially, folks north of Highway 30. And so, had reports of people saying it seemed like there was more hunters out this year than they've seen in the past. And so, we had a little bump in COVID last year. We actually had 10,000 more pheasant hunters last year than we did the year before that. So, all that time off. And so it almost seems like maybe we retained some of those folks, those new people that maybe came on. And so I'm looking forward to see what our numbers are when we finally get them.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if we saw a bump.
I think we will. I was just talking about that for last hour. I'm going to go moose hunting in Alberta for my very first moose hunt this year. And
cool.
Yeah, and that's been on my bucket list forever. And I got invited to come up with a gentleman up. His name's Ken, and just super nice people up there. But one of the things that COVID did, like you just said, is it brought people into hunting and fishing that have never hunted or fished before, or it brought people back that had hunted and fished but just got away from it. It was really the only thing that they could do to recreate where they felt safe. And, that's the blessing or the silver lining out of the pandemic. The downside of it is you can't hardly get anywhere to go because everything's booked up and all the tackles are gone. The shotgun shell, people, the outdoor retailer, that really helped the outdoor retailing industry big time. The sales have been through the roof. So, I'm glad to see it, Todd. Myself, because for years everybody kept saying that we were losing hunters left and right every year, and we were starting to see a decrease in the fishing community. It's not that way anymore, and that makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah, we'd heard that maybe it was access or species have been declining because we've been losing habitat, but boy, the pandemic sure seemed to put the kibosh to a lot of that. It seems like the real issue for most of us is time. That's the challenging thing. And so something that, probably wildlife agencies statewide are going to see, what can we do about that thing, and that's kind of a hard one for us to get after, but that's certainly what the pandemic seemed to indicate.
Yeah. No, I think it's awesome. Yeah, I'm actually going up to Alberta to CanadianOutfitting.com. It's Canadian Outfitting Company. Mr. Ken invited me. So have you ever been moose hunting, Todd?
Oh, I lived in northern Minnesota, and so I've seen moose and stuff. And yeah, I actually had a friend at one time that I thought I was going to be able to get to go up with Alaska with my dad, but then he ended up moving back down to the States here in Washington, and it just never happened to pan out. So it was something I always hoped to do. It looked like it'd be a blast, so that's cool he's going.
I'm just telling you, what's got me the most excited? If I get a moose, I'll have moose burgers for like a couple of years. It's going to be awesome. You know what?
I want a picture of you with all that meat on your back.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I've already got that worked out. I'm going to get one of those electronic bikes with a little cart to pack that thing out of there because I'm too old and fat to be hauling all that meat out. I'm telling you right now. It's crazy. But I can't wait. But, I used to go to northern Minnesota all the time. I still try to go up there at least once or twice a year. But I used to go up by Two Harbors, up by Duluth, and go bear hunting up there all the time. At least I used to go every year when you could get a bear tag over the counter. And I used to see moose up there almost every year. I'd go up there. I'd be sitting on a stand, and I'd hear whoosh, 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 and I'd look over, and all you'd see was legs coming through a bog. And I used to see moose all the time, and the last several years I've been up there, I don't even see a moose anymore. It's really sad.
Yeah, I know Minnesota DNR up there, they put a lot of effort into the research of, the deer expanding up there and some of the brain worm and then just climate change. And I've seen the tick loads that they carry now up there. And so I think there's a slew of things that work against moose, with this climate getting warmer. So, but, I think they say the population has stabilized, it seems like, but, they'd like to get back to where they were, like you said, maybe when you were up there 20 years ago. So.
Yeah, it was probably 17, 20 years ago. They said it was a brain worm, and then, my humble opinion, I think it's the wolves more than any. I just don't see the deer and the moose. But every time I go up there, I see at least 3 or 4 wolves every time I go up there when I'm sitting in the woods.
Yeah, that's another factor that didn't used to be there. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they tried to incorporate all that stuff into what they're looking at up there. And, I think, there has been some lack of habitat management up there. The wood industry isn't what it used to be, and so there's not the cutting. So that definitely impacts things like moose and rough grouse, because, I don't think the rough grouse numbers up there are what they were 20 years ago either. So.
Well, it depends where you go. If you go by Turtle Lake up there, you know where Turtle Lake is?
No, I don't.
You Google Turtle Lake in Minnesota. There's so much grouse in there. I mean, you almost step on them if you go on trails and stuff up there. They won't move. They're the dumbest bird I've ever seen in my life. They're the kind of bird I need to hunt because they're dumb. But
you never gone up there and hunted them? You got to.
I was up there smallmouth fishing. It's a great smallmouth fishery, and man, I tell you, when I'm up there, you hear the loons, you see the bears once in a while, and I'm not up there thinking about bird hunting, but I should, because I could have brought home my limit just chucking rocks at them, man.
Well, it's amazing. When you get a gun and a dog with you, sometimes they're not as dumb.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying they're all dumb. I'm just saying they were the ones I saw. They just wouldn't move, man. But that's probably like anything. If they know you're not after them, they're probably way more tolerant than I think they're psychic sometimes.
Oh yeah, I think they're like deer and turkeys. They seem to have a sixth sense.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Hey Todd, I need to take a real quick break. Can I hold you through?
Sure.
Okay, we'll be right back with Todd Bogenschutz from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. This is the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with
Grant Moose is awesome.
Sports leader.
I'm telling you,
ESPN.
it's the bomb, man. I love elk, and moose is better than elk. Oh my gosh! Now I'm hungry.
I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression, or folks just looking for a new direction or plan in their life. If you find yourself struggling and are looking for someone to help you find answers to a better relationship,
man, I'm glad I got a
marriage,
snow blade on this.
I'm going
to be able to plow just get on the old Polaris and plow my driveway and my sidewalks. I'm going to do my neighbors. I get back home, I'll be out there dressed like Baby Huey.
Offer one-on-one sessions that get right to the heart of the matter. We work with you so you can discover.
Yeah, I'll be like the kid from Christmas Story. I'll be waddling down the driveway.
Looking for someone to listen to you? We're here. Please consider calling us for a confidential appointment at New Life, 515-225-4006 in
Man, it's almost 8:30 already.
964-5003 in Ankeny. Also find us
24/7. You sure you don't want me to run you home? You got it.
I got to be back here.
In the mood for a great family treat or a special gift idea?
Hopefully you got a place to go take a nap or
Store,
something.
located at 647 South Ankeny Boulevard at Ankeny. That's where you'll find over 30 fresh flavors of the most delicious Iowa-grown popcorn in the central Iowa area. You'll love the fresh pop flavors like caramel apple, kettle corn, jalapeno cheddar, cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or patriotic mix, just to name a few. You'll find something for everyone at Lotta Pop in Ankeny. Arlie and his crew can help you pick out the perfect variety pack, tin, or gift package. Lotta Pop has everything you'll need, from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event. Everyone loves popcorn, especially
the logs right this hour?
It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State Games, locally grown and
I didn't know if you know. Because things just started firing on me. I didn't even touch anything.
For more information, contact Lotta Pop at 515-262-3243 or go online at lottapop.com.
Well, is there a reason? But at 6:50 it said it fired outdoors Dan, which makes no sense.
Hunting or archery is your passion, get to Archery Field and Sports in Altoona and see what's new in your sport. Archery Field and Sports has been helping archers and bow hunters for generations.
Yeah.
They have the experience to help you with
Well, I
your
didn't know what to do.
and
I just
help you reach your goal.
You did the right
we had dead air for like 4 minutes. I didn't know what to hit.
No, you did the right thing. Whatever you hit was correct. So don't worry about it.
And accessories
But
you'll ever
yeah,
need.
I'll let her know.
Mark and his staff are trained on all the latest tuning and
Well, I didn't want to
setup
mess anything
techniques,
up.
and our experts
Because
are personally fitting you to the
I didn't want to take the whole station off the air. It's like, oh my gosh, what do I do?
sighted in. Archery Field and
Well,
Sports
if
has
God
events
forbid
and
that if it
personal
ever
training
happens
sessions
again, at least I know
available
how to
for
get
you
us on the
train
air.
for the upcoming season.
So that's a
That'll
good
help you
thing.
build your
At least I know how to
Archery
do that.
Field and
So.
Sports at East 56th Street in Altoona. Open Tuesday through Sunday with
Hit the
leagues
nuke
during
button. Yeah.
For more information, go to
There's a
archery
big toggle
field.com
switch over here. It looks like a
515-265-6521.
nuclear silo switch. You got to flip it over. It's got like a, it's got like a red cover on it, so it's like something you'd see in the movies to shoot a missile or something, you know.
It starts by washing your clothes with the lethal product scent-free.
We don't have a key to turn it. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Next step is taking a scent-free shower using lethal shampoo and body wash and deodorant. Then spraying down when you get to your hunting area with lethal products, field and dirt cover sprays. If you do this system, your encounters will go way up while hunting big game, keeping your stink to a minimum. Lethal products also feature field body wipes that you can use to wipe down after walking into the tree on warmer days or emergencies.
Don't forget to check out the Outdoor Call Radio app, iTunes, Google, and Alexa.
With their bug and tick repellent. Lethal products.
I didn't change the ticker today. I'm sorry. It's still playing it from Wednesday. That's my fault. I didn't have time to do it. I just noticed that.
Or Archery Field and Sports in Altoona. Lethal products.
I'm giving away a Grizzly Drifter cooler on Friday. So but you got to listen to the phrase that pays and emails me on the app. That's like a $150 cooler. I think they're $150. Now I'm hungry. Oh, I will. That cookies western sauce. Oh my God! Have you had that?
The Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions
Well,
product line has you covered.
you remember, were you in St. Louis when they had malls? Did you like malls? You'll love that western sauce. It's smoky. It's got a smoky taste to it.
You better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods
See, you
Attractions
understand
has the
how
feed
when
and
I
seed
say
perfect
that
for
we
your
need,
hunting property. So do
I
yourself a
just
favor and
cannot
swing by
find a
and
great
support your
pizza
local
up
co-op
here.
or farm supply store and ask
It's
for
not like
Backwoods
St. Louis
Attractions to
pizza.
set yourself up for a
And
successful
we're not
fall.
snobs. It's just better pizza, and the toasted ravioli up here is not the same. Are we back? No, we're back. All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. My guest is Todd Bogenschutz from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources, and we're talking a little upland this morning. So, Todd, I've got a Predator rifle on order right now, and I'm hoping to get that in soon and do a little Predator. I had a 170-inch plus deer coming in last Saturday. I was self-filming for the TV show, and he was with a 150-inch deer. I had 4 or 5 does feeding out in front of me in a cut cornfield, and these buck came out, and I got excited. I mean, this thing was just big and wide and massive. And he's coming on a string to those does in front of me. So I got the camera on. I'm sitting there getting him all lined up. I got the color right. I got the everything in focus. And then all of a sudden the does in front of me start getting nervous and start looking around. Then they start stomping. And then those bucks stop about 68 yards out. Then they start stomping. And I'm going, I don't know what's going on because they don't smell me. I mean, it's not me. And then next thing I know, their flags are up and they clear the whole field. And I'm just sitting there. I can't say what I was saying because, folks, I'll be honest with you, I was muttering some stuff I probably shouldn't have said. But next thing I know, I look over and, Todd, guess what came out of the corner of the field?
A squirrel.
A big old stinking coyote.
Yeah, well, I guess they got to eat too.
Well, I understand that, but I'm just tired of messing with my hunts, man. It's amazing how they can clear a field, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing how the deer react sometimes. I was sitting out in the stand, not this year, but last year when we had the derecho, and my tenant's cornfield was just wrecked. I mean, they basically wrote it off. He didn't even attempt to harvest it. And of course, I had deer all over in it. It's hard to get them to walk by the stand. But the one morning, I had a bunch of deer out there. I'm waiting, God, one of them's got to come by me. And next thing I know, here comes a coyote. And here comes another one behind it. And I thought, oh, now we're going to clear out the field. And I'll be danged if the biggest doe in front of me didn't just turn and come right after him. And a couple fawns fell in behind her. And then the buck that was off to the side, he came over. And the coyote started looking at him. And then they turned and ran off through the woods. And I'm like, hey, I've never seen that before.
Oh, I wish that would have happened. Yeah, I wish that would have happened to me because it would have been Tag City, man. I would have had them. It's just crazy. I sent the video to my buddy Larry I said, "Can you believe this?" And he just said, "Man, there ain't nothing you can do about it. That happens." But at least I got the footage, I guess. But boy, when you're sitting out there and it's 12 degrees, that's just not a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, imagine for a coyote and you're hungry.
Yeah. Well, I know they got to eat too, but come on, man. Let them go get a. Let them go get a.
You got to do some better rabbit and squirrel management on the other side of the woods and keep them over there.
Well, they could go out there and get a stinking possum or something. They don't have to sit there and wreck my deer hunting. Come on. So, hey, what do you think's going to happen with our turkeys? You think I was talking to Jim Coffey the other day. He sounded cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, I think we had decent production last year. And there's nothing been here this winter that I think concerns me at this point. We'll see what we've gotten by March, but no. At least right here in Central Iowa, which is I see most, I've seen a bunch of turkeys on the trail cams. It looks like a couple of birds came off, so I'm kind of excited about the spring.
Yeah. I think from what I've seen, and I've seen a bunch of hens and this New Year's or yearlings or whatever. Do you call them poults or do you just call them juveniles?
Yeah, they're just juvies. At this time of the year, they're pretty much full grown. So
yeah. What are you hearing about from Missouri or Kansas or Illinois or Minnesota's doing okay? I was talking to a DNR person up there. What are you hearing about some of our neighboring states? Nebraska, are there turkeys coming back a little bit more?
I haven't heard much about Nebraska. I think Kansas is still kind of in that status quo, certainly not what they were 15, 20 years ago. And Missouri, I think numbers are down too. I know they're doing a research project, telemetry and stuff, and a bunch of their wild birds trying to look at chick mortality. And I know we've got a study going here in southeast Iowa looking at adult hens and kind of the disease side of it, and see if we can, because it's certainly not just a trend in Iowa, it seems across the upper Midwest, so it's a situation that's not just particular to one state. So
yeah. Well, I know Missouri was doing a nesting survival study. They were looking to see what the survival rate was, and I think it was in 1.1 or 1.5 turkeys survive hatch. Is that about right?
I guess I haven't seen any published research from that. I think it's still an ongoing study, so that might have been kind of the first year result. So I'm not too much into it till I have a few years. But yeah, that's one of the. It seems like what the states, I think Illinois have a study going too, and everybody's kind of. So there's kind of what they call a Midwest turkey study group, and so the biologists from all the states have been talking about it. Each one of them's kind of taking a piece of what they think the problem could be, and everybody's looking at it. And the bottom line is, it might not be just one thing. It might not be nest success. It might be nest success is down. It might be chick survival is down. It might be adult hen survival is down. And so, we've got diseases coming in like West Nile virus and the LPVM. I can't even tell you what the name of that one is off the top of my head, but another one that we've documented in our turkeys. And so, yeah, there's just a lot of things. Of course, our forests are all 20, 30 years older than what they were, when we first got these populations established, so that's probably playing in a bit. And so, yeah, I think, there's definitely some riddles we've got to tease out. I think folks here, think the populations in southeast Iowa are, not what they used to be. But, you go out to the Loess Hills in Iowa, it seems like the turkeys are as good as they've ever been, And so that's the difference between there and the southeast. And so, yeah, definitely things we're trying to tease out and see, maybe what could be done from a management side to improve things.
Is there any talks or is there ever any conversations or discussions about raptors as far as the populations and like with the red-tailed hawks? And I know they're federally protected, but is there any discussions on any type of management with some of those?
Not that I'm aware. Not that, being federally protected is kind of a special status, and so the states don't really have much control over them when you've got those federal guidelines. So, as far as turkeys go, I don't, not to say that it can occasionally happen with a poult, but the adults are pretty immune from most raptors. The one thing that we found with research in Iowa is occasionally, great horned owl can take a hen off a tree at night.
Yeah.
But in the big picture, that's
well,
not what's driving.
Yeah, and I don't know how much it happens, but I've actually seen video footage of poults of hawks attacking poults. I mean, I've seen that on video, so I know it happens.
Yep.
And I'm sure that the pheasants are probably more prevalent to getting a hawk attack than a turkey, probably. But
yeah, pheasant and quail are a little bit smaller birds, but definitely more prone to it. But even still, when you look at the research data on it, you've got the birds monitored, and of course now we have satellite tags we can put on them, and it seems like most of our predation, most of the time, is mammalian. To just give you a ballpark number, maybe 80% is mammalian, 20% is avian. So, yeah, and the big school of predators out there, it's kind of the mammalian predators, whether it's coyote or squirrel or mink or coon or fox or armadillo or, depends where you are in the country, possum, there's just...
Well, I agree. I agree 100% with you. The nest robber. I've never asked anybody about, I don't know about the eagles so much or the owls, but I mean, I know we definitely don't have a shortage of red-tailed hawks. I mean, every state I go to, I mean, there's tons of hawks running around. It just, and to me, I just never asked a biologist that because, it's like anything else. If they get too many of them, isn't there an imbalance there?
Well, I mean, you got to remember most of the hawks, their primary diet's kind of the small songbirds and snakes and voles.
Mice.
Yeah, that's what that's mainly what they target. Now, all those predators are opportunistic. If there's a young poult or a bird that's out there and they see it and they can surprise it, they will. But yeah, I mean, we've done enough research and put enough radios on critters now, and we kind of know that the raptors are a component there, but certainly the mammalian predators seem to be
The nest robbers are more of the problem.
Yeah. Well, coyotes, red fox, they'll take the adults too. But yeah, you got a lot of that'll take the young poults or the eggs, and those. There's just a lot of coon, a lot of possum, a lot of snakes,
squirrels
on the landscape, squirrels, chipmunks. That all take an opportunity on eggs, and so it's just. The eggs don't move, so that kind of eliminates raptors from them right there. And so it seems like a lot of times when we look at the raptor predation, it increases a little bit. Like now, now that we got this snow, birds may be out in the fields feeding, especially things like quail and huns and pheasants, and they're more obvious. And so, that seems when raptors kind of under these conditions kind of seem to, the number they take seems to go up. You get into the summer months where there's lots of good cover and stuff, and it seems like raptor mortality is almost non-existent.
Yeah. No, I mean, what's worse, or what's probably more prevalent, a bobcat or a coyote mortality on birds?
I would say just on sheer numbers, it's going to be coyotes.
Coyotes,
way more of them than bobcats. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just asking questions. I don't have an agenda. If I don't ask you, I'm not gonna get an informed decision. So
no, I get these questions all the time. There's a lot of guys that chase coyotes. I got some friends up in Webster County, went bird hunting with them here at the end of the season. They were trying to put the pheasant guts out next to the field and maybe shoot a coyote. And I've told them, I said, well, there's research out of South Dakota that, kind of looked at areas where there was no coyotes and just red fox, and then looked at areas where there was both, and actually the nest success was higher where there was coyotes than where there wasn't. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, it just seems like the coyotes don't like the competition, so they'll kill the red fox anytime they can.
Yeah.
So, and the red fox are much more prone to, search out nests more. So coyotes are kind of big, kind of rabbit and voles and snakes and stuff too. Not that they won't take a bird, don't get me wrong, they're opportunistic, but red fox seem more prone to, scavenging eggs and looking for nests. And,
I can see that. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Hey,
so I'm telling you ought to go after the red fox more than coyotes. But hey, knock yourself out.
I haven't seen a lot of foxes lately. So I usually I'd see them, on my way down to Sheridan, I'd see a fox or here and there from Des Moines, but I don't think I've seen more than one this year.
Yeah, I've had a half a dozen or so on the trail cams most of the time after dark. But yeah, I'd say that, they're not on the increase or anything. Kind of status quo, I think.
Yeah, they're a neat critter. I enjoy watching them work. So, Todd, it's always a pleasure having you on here, buddy. Thank you for spending so much time this morning, and you be safe in that snow today.
Hey, you too, and good luck next fall on that moose hunt. That's going to be a good time.
I'm going to be practicing my wah, wah. I'm going to be practicing my moose cow calls. Wah. Yeah. I need help, Todd. Trust me. I know that's pretty pathetic.
I think I saw on. You ever seen the show Maine Tavern Masters? I think all you got to do is get a metal can, put a shoelace through it, and wet it, and just pull it, and there you go.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll Google that today. I will. That's all right, because that's going to be better than me cupping my hands, going.
Dan, they're kind of like turkeys. You don't have to be perfect. You just got to be close.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. If I get a moose, I'll invite you over for a moose burger.
Hey, I'd love that. That'd be awesome.
All right, buddy. Listen, if there's anything I can do for you guys over there and you folks, everybody, thank you. Appreciate all the guys and gals over at the DNR, and if you need anything, let me know, please.
Will do. Appreciate it, Dan. Take care.
All right. Stay safe, Todd. Thank you. There he goes, Todd Bogenschutz, Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Good fellow right there. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
Taping your own hunts is an exciting way to capture the moment. Fourth Arrow Camera Arms can help you video
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
They're extremely lightweight, durable, and easy.
I got 9-10 months of practice.
Also very adaptable to any tree
a shoelace through a can. I'll have to look at that. That's pretty cool. That's better than getting a megaphone thing.
Including the Stiff Arm, Stiff Arm Pro, and Stiff Arm Elite. They're made of high quality.
Yeah, like a cheerleader cone. Yeah. We got moose. Yes, we do. We got moose. How about you?
Monopod options. They're quiet and maneuver easily.
Oh, I got to get back to St. Louis and get a Stephani's pizza. They will not. I bought 12 Emos pizzas. It cost me like $80, but it was good. I had a good Emos.
This season, check out fourtharrowcameraarms.com.
But I love Stephani's. You ever had stuff?
Great video action.
Yeah. Oh man, I love it.
Which
one?
Emos. The time is getting close. One thing after you've harvested that deer or wild game, where are you going to take it? Well, I have an answer. The Milo Locker in Milo, Iowa. The Milo Locker has been processing wild game and general locker animals for over 15 years.
I ain't been home in 2 years. I gotta get back down there.
And they take great pride in the fact that they do everyone's order the way the customer wants it. You can have your deer, moose, elk, or even bear processed and hand-wrapped to your specifications. If you like tasty snacks, Daryl does a great job making snack sticks, summer sausage, and jerky with all sorts of cheese and spice combinations. They do a ton of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was their own. So if you get lucky this year and need a good locker, try the Milo Locker. Check them out today or just give them a call at 641-942-6231.
They're like 1,400, 1,500 pound animals.
And you're on your way.
Good morning, hunting with Andy. Good to see you, brother. I'm sorry, Your Honor, Mr. Mayor. Oh, does he have a sash? I know. No, he's a mayor. He's one mayor down in the south there.
They can help you cover your bow fishing trips with a new Tacticam fish cam that's totally waterproof and ready to record some awesome bow fishing action. All the Tacticam cameras feature 4K resolution, Wi-Fi compatible.
I woke up like 4 times last night.
Over 2.5 hours of record time that feature image stabilization that's far above other cameras in its class. The Tacticam remote lets you hook up multiple cameras to one remote to capture more angles and shots like never before. So when you're ready to record your next hunting or fishing adventure,
I'll leave a check here. I'll try and get in here before Wednesday. I'll leave you a check for 20.
Tacticam.com for
That's
more
all right.
info.
I'll give you cash, but I only got 10 on me.
They're one of America's favorite fish to go after. Whether you call them old papermouth or a slab, folks love to chase after the tasty crappie. And the folks at purecrappie.com are waiting to help you limit out your next fishing trip. Whether you dip, troll, or cast for them, purecrappie.com has the bait.
Will you do me a favor? That tell Lee that only needs to be in there once on the show. That's the second time I've heard
Head on over to purecrappie.com.
Yeah.
That's
That might actually
purecrappie.com. They will help you catch more fish.
No.
I think he does the commercials.
Okay. We back? All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday all across the good old US of A. Uh-oh, I got a text from the wife. Definitely, what's yeah, okay, I got you. All right, so big RV show is coming up next month, February 3rd through the 6th. It's going to be out in Imperial RV. They're going to have their big RV show down at the fairgrounds, Imperial RV. If you need tickets, stop by Imperial RV in Ankeny and they'll hook you up. The Iowa Deer Classic is coming. That'll be the first weekend of March. We're going to be out at the Deer Classic. We're actually going to have a booth this year, so we'll be right next to Sportsman's Warehouse. And if you come up and download the Outdoor Call Radio app, if you haven't done, stop by the table, download the app. Hopefully you do it before the Deer Classic. But if you haven't, that's going to be your way to register. But I'm going to be giving away a brand new Vision bow. That's like a $1,200 bow. And I'll have stickers. I'll have either hats or t-shirts. And we'll have some turkey calls, some Spurs Up calls to give away. And so please, Andrew and I will be there. I'll be running around. So if I'm not there, Andrew's there. And actually, the folks from Spurs Up Calls might actually be there helping us run the booth. So you want to see some really cool turkey call designs? Come out to the Iowa Deer Classic and find the Outdoor Call Radio booth. And I look forward to seeing you. So it's our first time having our own booth. How about that? Ooh, ooh. I'll work on my moose calls during the Deer Classic. Let's see. I told you about that. Beast Feast. Beast Feast is coming up. This is our 14th or 15th annual Beast Feast to help fight families struggling with cancer here in Iowa. I think we've raised almost $200,000 since we started doing this little wild game dinner, and that goes to families all across central Iowa that just need a little help with their medical bills and stuff like that. Proceeds are going to go to the Family Cancer Network. If you want to go to the Beast Feast, it's going to be Saturday, February 19th out of Stony Creek Inn. Just go to thefamilycancernetwork.org and you'll see a Beast Feast tag on the main page of their website. Just click on that and you'll be able to get tickets. There's also, we're giving away a Honda Triax 420 ATV this year. So you can buy raffle tickets to try to win that. I think it's 1 in 300. Your odds are 1 in 300. So not too bad. They're going to give 300 tickets away or sell them. And then whoever wins that is going to be very, very happy. Doors open up at 5:30. Alligator is on the menu this year. So we'll have some alligator if you never had alligator. Wonder why we never have croc. Probably can't get crocodile. I don't know. Good morning, Dan. The good part is up to consideration. Enjoying the show. Thank you, Paula. It's all right. Hey, Paula, I look at it this way. If you wake up, you already won half the battle. Right? There you go. Oh, let's see. Can you believe it's almost 10 minutes and we're out of here?
I know.
The second hours went by so fast. So if you missed the first hour, let me recap the big news. One, I'm going moose hunting in Alberta this year. Woo! Looking forward to that. The second is we've got one of the nicest, kindest, most prolific bow hunters in North America that is going to be part of the Outdoor Call Radio Network now, Mr. Fred Eichler. I talked to Fred and Jesse and everybody yesterday, and Fred will be on Friday. So if you're not, you're probably all sick of me talking about this, but if I don't talk about it, you're not going to know. So Mondays is Tech Mondays, so we have hunting for X's. So if you like target archery or 3D shooting, I got Nathan Brooks and Darren Christianberry. We've got Spurs Up Calls and the Outdoor Drive podcast on Mondays. Tuesdays is Tight Line Tuesdays. It's all fishing content. Aaron Martin with Bass Edge and Jason Mitchell Outdoors. Pure Crappie is going to be coming on soon, so we'll have, we might have a catfishing podcast coming on. So I'll let you know about that. David is checking on that, actually. Let's see. Wednesdays is Whitetail and Waterfowl Wednesday. So George Lynch is talking about waterfowl. We have several deer hunting, and then Andrew and I do the Wednesday drive at 5 o'clock. So that's a live show for an hour to check out, and that's all on the Outdoor Call Radio app, okay? Thursdays is all cooking with Hank Shaw from Hunter, Angler, Gardener, Cook. If you don't know who Hank Shaw is, Hank has written several outdoor cookbooks. He's a James Beard award-winning chef. That's like winning the Super Bowl in the cooking world, folks. I mean, that's special. And Hank is awesome. Hank's got a great show. And then Scotty Laseth, who does Dead Meat and the Sporting Chef on the Sportsman's channel and the Outdoor channel. Scott and Michelle are on there every week doing the Sporting Chef podcast. Fridays is Food Plot and Fred Eichler Fridays. So check that out. We got the Healthy Herd with Ben Dunnigan and myself. We got Logan and his cousin Bobby. That's a great show. It's all about farming and farming practices, and they talk about hunting and shooting and all that other stuff. It's really a nice show. Saturdays is all my stuff, and Sundays a recap. So it's a one-stop outdoor shop. There's John Paget right there, championship turkey caller. Right there. He's going into NWTF calling this year. He's getting into big leagues. But you can hear John and Ben and Chrissy on Mondays on it's called Thunder at Daybreak is their show. Good show. So check out the Outdoor Call Radio Network. It's all free. We got prizes, and we're hopefully going to keep that growing every day. And I'm very proud of Andrew, all the work Andrew and I've put in there. I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying we're proud of it. I think it's all right. We've gotten a lot of compliments, so, and it'll only get better. Okay, we can only get better. So, and it's not all me, which is really great. I'm only a little bit a part of it. There's some of the best outdoor communicators in the country on there. So, the Keystone Experience. We got Mountain Man and Matt. I already told you about Trev and the Outdoor Drive podcast, and we got a lot of stuff. Haha, still a little pee in the big field, but it's fun. You're doing good, John. You're doing good. All right, 8:52 and some change. I'll take the first caller that can get in and answer a question, and I got a pair of Iowa Deer Classic tickets, 244-1350, 244-1350. I'm going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have about 2 minutes to take your calls. So line them up. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Everyone that goes outdoors needs a good partner. One partner that is very important is a good knife. Kershaw Knives has knives and tools for every outdoor situation, whether you're into hunting, fishing, camping, climbing, or hiking. For hunting, you can't go wrong with the Lone Rock sheath knife. These sheath-style knives feature a gut hook or classic clip blade design. The handles are made to stay in your hand and not slip, and the blades are made with the highest quality high-carbon stainless steel. When you get your game down, try an RBK skinning knife. This knife allows you to change out blades as they wear down, so you're always keeping the sharpest point on your game. There's even an extra handle, so your buddy can help you cape out your game, saving time on getting your valuable meat cooled down fast. Kershaw has knives for people on the go, like a brand new shuffle. This new folding knife has great looks, a tool option, and opens beverages. Perfect for when you're on the go. Check out all the knives at KershawKnives.com or at a sporting goods store near you. Kershaw Knives, an outdoor partner you can count on.
Are you into hunting, fishing, camping, or
Rocco!
You are.
Good to see
We'd
ya.
like to introduce you to Arctic Ice. Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game, beverages, and camping supplies cold and fresh wherever your adventure takes you. Arctic Ice Packs are a rugged ice substitute that maintains low temperature longer than a bag of ice and does not have the slushy mess that can contaminate what's in your cooler. If you like to hunt or fish, look at the Alaskan Series or Arctic Ice Packs that will keep your game or fish at 34 degrees for 3 to 4 days. If you're wanting to really freeze things up, try the Tundra Packs that can keep your wild game and fish at dry ice temperatures.
I'm good, buddy. Hey, you can't win. It's not been 30
Try the
days.
Chill and Brew Packs. They will keep your
Mark,
beverages
it's
of
not been
choice
30
at frosty
days. I
cold
just gave you
temperatures
tickets
4
like a
times
week and a
longer
half
than what a bag of ice can. If you want your game,
Yeah,
fish,
Mark,
or camping
Mark, I
goods to
can't
stay
have you on
fresh
the
and
show.
cold as
Okay?
possible
I'll talk
without
to
the
you later.
mess of regular ice, go check out Arctic Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic Ice Packs
came
at
to the
Sportsman's
station,
Warehouse or at www.arctic-ice.com. arctic-ice.com.
We back on? Mm-hmm. All right, 8:54 and some change here on 1350 ESPN. If you haven't won in the last 30 days, give me a call, 244-1350, 244-1350, and we will get you in for the Iowa Deer Classic if you can make it on. So, hey, real quick, I want to thank Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi. I also want to thank the fine folks at Herman's Fine Jewelers, Donnie and Frank. If you take the Outdoor Call radio app down to Herman's and show them that, you get 10% off your purchase. Don't forget, Valentine's Day is not that far away. So we'll see how that goes. You got a call? Mm-hmm. All right, let's see who we got real quick. Hi, this is Dan. Who's this?
Jeff Kerr.
Jeff, how you doing today?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Jeff, I just had Iowa DNR biologist Todd Bogenschutz on the show, and he said one of these two animals is more apt to take a turkey poult than the other. Is it a coyote or a bobcat?
I'm going to say it's a coyote.
That's a great answer. That's what he said. And, he's the biologist, so we got to agree. I got to agree with him. So, hey, we'll get you hang on. We need to get your information, but congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hang on for me. All right. See, that was easy. All right. I hope Andrew's doing okay. Andrew, Andrew had a little incident this morning coming in. I want to thank Kara for coming in. She has done a great job. Thanks to Lee this morning for helping out. I appreciate that, Lee, if you're listening. And we got through it, man. The storm, we made it. Not too shabby, huh? Not too shabby. Let's see real quick here. If you need to go to the Outdoor Call radio app, if you want to get the phrase that pays, and if you want to try and win that Grizzly cooler, just email me the phrase plus your contact info. I will be drawing a winner next Friday. So, and then we'll let you know on that. So, and then if you get a chance, listen to us on Wednesdays at 5 on the Outdoor Call radio app as well. iTunes, Google Play, and the Alexa skill stores where you can get that. It's all free for you. And I want to thank Steve Rocco this morning. Hi, buddy, out there in Pennsylvania, and everybody that got on Facebook Live today. We appreciate you checking us out on there. Thanks to Imperial RV for helping us do the live stream as well. That is going to wrap it up for us. You be safe out there today, and if you're out there shoveling, make sure you take it easy. We don't want to hear anybody getting hurt with that snowpack being so big. Okay. Till next week, God bless you, and keep it here on 1350 ESPN. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. You guys be careful. Andrew, Marin ain't easy. You stay safe. I know it's not, man. I couldn't do it. You guys be good. I'll talk to you soon, all right? Thank you so much.